fight number 4 of the night.
Hold on, let me catch up. I got to make sure I'm using my Thursday useful now that I'm a law school student.
Well, that's that.
Just a little crown.
Hey, that never hurt anybody. But these two guys will hurt each other. Let me just tell you that. We got in the heavyweight division, we got Tom Aspinal coming in versus Serghey Spivak, who looked very average his last time out. Let's just say that. You can go back and watch that fight on our channel if you would like to. But we'll go on to Tom Aspinal first. He's coming at 10-2, coming off what looks like a 5-fight win streak, fighting out of England at the age of 28, winning at 245 in the heavyweight division, coming at 6'5" with the 78-inch reach. His opponent, the polar bear, Serghey Spivak, coming off a 3-fight win streak. He's 26 years old, fighting at 242, so they're pretty average weight for the heavyweight division, pretty similar. Serghey's 2 inches short at 6'3" with the 78-inch reach. So these guys are pretty matched up statistically wise. However, I think we see this a completely different way.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, man. I cannot quite clearly think at all how we would see this to be a different way. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm saying it's different than the statistics show. I think we know who's going to win. I think it's almost assertive who we know who's going to win.
Oh, that's what I was saying. I was like, I don't know how you're going to disagree with me here that fucking Tom Aspinall is going to work Serghey Spivak around that. I'm going to burp because he's going to get worked, man. Serghey Spivak, I don't want to fight you the same way I want to fight Butterball Barnett, but I do have a bone to pick with you for just barely beating Alexei Oleinik, man. Tom Aspinall is the definition of what these new heavyweights are starting to look like, man. They're slimmer, they're quicker, they move well. And in terms of Aspinall, just personally, those hands are fucking serious. Serghey Spivak is the definition of what I think old heavyweights used to resemble. He's very big. He plods. He hits hard in the first round when the gas tank's full. But after that, once he gets kind of drained, he turns into pillow hands. He gets slow. And I know we kind of dicked Parker Porter last week or 2 weeks ago, but Spivak versus Chase Sherman in the battle of the slowest, softest hitting guys in the heavyweight division, I think that's the fight to make after Tom Aspinall gets done making fucking mum's shepherd's pie with him.
Hey, what do they call that fight versus Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal?
The BMF?
All right. I got a new one for those two. Pillow Fighting Hands, the PFF, for Chase Sherman versus Serghey Spivak. Serghey, to get more serious, just doesn't have the knockout power for being as big as he is. I mean, yeah, he's won quite a few fights, and he knows how to ink out a decision. But he should have put out Alexei Oleinik. I understand that Alexei Oleinik's hard to put out for whatever reason, but as often as he wings those punches, and especially in that fight versus Serghey, I mean, it was just straight up disgraceful that he didn't put him down for the count and also let Serghey take his back and like almost finish him at the end of pretty much the first 2 rounds, right? So I'm all aboard the Tom Aspinall English train this week to further our points, right? But Tom Aspinall, like you said, super quick hands, super fast. He took out Andre Arlovsky in his last fight, I believe. That was his 3rd TKO victory. Took it in the 2nd round and got a rear naked choke finish versus the veteran who, in my opinion, was making his way back up into contention before that, right? So the fact that he could outstrike Andre Arlovsky, who's been a champion, I believe, yes,
I'm not going to confirm that one.
Yeah, but pretty close. Andre Arlovski's been around for a long time and been very good for a long time. He's no slouch. Take him out the way he did and almost finish him in the first round. My only concern with Tom Aspinall is if this gets later in the fight, how is he going to react? Is he going to have a gas tank for this? We have not seen Tom Aspinall make it halfway through the second round before because he's finished all of his fights. So that'd be interesting to see. But I think he's just too much. I think he's going to be too much for Serghey Spivak standing up. I mean, if I had to guess, Serghey's plan is to take him down, but we haven't seen anybody take, Tom Aspinall down and keep him there, right?
Not really. And my thing about those hands is like they're quick, they're filled with concrete, and he doesn't just throw the typical heavyweight like I'm going to touch you with a soft jab and then throw this looping goofy overhand bomb that's probably going to miss. He's tight, he's technical, and he switches things up. Once you think you know what he's going to do something different. So I don't see anything different in terms of result here. I'd almost be willing to take Tom Aspinall in a first round KO.
Yeah.
No, TKO. He's not going to get him cold. I'll give Serghey Spivak a little bit of credit.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think when I was watching the tape that Tom Aspinall, if it weren't for Ciryl Gane and what he's been up to lately, who has been fucking phenomenal, he is one of the better guys in the division that moves. Like honestly, he moves really good. And if you didn't know that, Ciryl Gane exists, you'd be like, all right, this guy's one of the top guys that, likes to move around for a heavyweight and compete, right?
He's only 28, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're both pretty staunch on Tom Aspinall getting a finish here.
Remember those bets we talked about knowing and making you money on? This is one of them. Big balls in Cowtown for me. What you got, Gage? Slap it.
Enough said. Let's get into the odds this week, my friend.
Let's
all right.
Turtle.
I ain't turtling shit. All right. Let me pull this down here. All right. We have Serghey Spivak as the underdog at plus 205 and Tom Aspinall coming at minus 225. So the odds makers see it the same way we do. Zach, I'm going to go ahead and take a gander. Where are you peeking at here?
Well, Serghey Spivak is the second biggest underdog on the card, making Tom Aspinall the second biggest favorite on the card. It's because we have another Englishman, Jack Shore, fighting on the prelims against a short notice replacement, Ludwig, that we mentioned earlier from the Ultimate Fighter. So that one's at about minus 400, but I got them all here, man. You got to parlay that minus 225 with some of the stuff that we've been talking about lower down on the main card. But under 1.5 rounds at plus 104 and Aspinall by TKO at plus 120, I just think those are too good to be true.
I mean, I think you have a point there, but like I said before, I don't really fuck with choosing the round, honestly. So, I mean, if I was going here, I mean, even though this is big balls in Cowtown, this isn't going to net you the result you want, as Zach takes a fucking fat pull from the crown. But I'm thinking Tom Aspinall minus 225 and go ahead and, pairing that up with Aspinall by TKO/KO at plus 120, even out your odds, and maybe net you a pretty good result. But prop bets are always a fickle thing, I mean, I don't know what the odds were for the last time Aspinall fought against Andre Arlovski, because he got rear naked choke submission. But I just don't think you can really just put your money there with, putting your head on your pillow at night, thinking that you made a good decision financially. But that's just me.
Well, I wish I had the same sort of self-control. As you can see, up until the point where it matters, I'm not betting any serious money anyway. I'm just advising you guys on how to do it.
Hey, we're gonna make our money. Y'all go out and make your money, and hey, drop a comment if y'all gamble and tell us what y'all gamble on.
That would be nice. Let us know if our picks hit for you, because I know when they hit, for us.
Also, be looking out for the end of the year. We'll give our up or down for all the fights that we've gone over, our overall record at the end of the year, and have our just one show about that. No fights, just going over what we hit on, what we missed on.